The ball fake, and then inside to Simmons, and he scores. Simmons goes to work down the lane, scooping no. Simmons back up and good with his own ball. Simmons, backdoor Sarge, and the layup good. Free throws and three-point shots, and here he is on the drive. The shot banked in and out, and back into Simmons. Simmons into the lane, turns and scores, and he's just too hole, and it's been Bobby Portis as Simmons runs in the layup good. There's another one. Here comes Simmons. He finds Sarge, and the layup's good. Run great.
How about that block by Nwaba?
There's Simmons. He scores and a foul. Started Embiid. Gallops as Simmons. He shovels back, and he got that same kind of athleticism we talked about. Embiid. There's Simmons on the run. And swings back to Embiid. What a hard drive. Oh, he stepped right by the defender.
And what he...
Embiid fed it ahead. Simmons, there he goes again, and he scores again. Sizes him up again. And then the little fadeaway jumper is good. He walked it right.
Charge, an opportunity to take the post with Embiid out of the game. Amir Johnson on for him. Simmons.
That stellar performance, but again, remember the loss. It's that poise and grace, his humble nature, that is turning even more heads than his...
Some heads, Molly, as Embiid. Simmons got the contact. No call on the ball. Fritz had it stolen by Simmons. And he will prune holes. So the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks is one of them. They like big guys who can shoot. That compliment.
I asked Mark before the game, I said, when you got nights off, man, are you watching the Sixers? He goes, of course.
23 games of playoff experience into the postseason this weekend as Simmons off the 3 assists as well. Redick for the rest of the game. Played only 13 seconds. Lacerated lip and a chipped tooth. Simmons. His own miss, and he hammered it. Simmons now has the 6'8" Batum on him. Been all the way to the cup for a tough time on Monk. Simmons, beautifully done for Bellinelli, who finished both of those marks achieved for the first time since 2002-03 as Simmons goes 10, averaging just over 9.
It's the third jumper he's made. You can critique the...
Sixers trying to squeeze off Walker. They do. Simmons is going to solo, and he threw it. The Sixers are looking for their 10th straight win. Robert Covington was just merely called a personal foul. Anyway, here's Simmons.
As the season goes on, that time able to knock down.
J.J. Redick, the 6.
It's funny you mentioned that he can dance because he's performed at the Apollo.
Simmons blocked goaltending for the Sixers past the halfway point. Simmons beautifully done to Covington, lays it home.
Marco doing such a smart thing, passes it up to Ben and keeps running. TJ, nice.
TJ in the NBC Sports app. Sixers out of the timeout. Ben Simmons. Michael Kidd Gilchrist was enveloped there. Simmons throwing it in reverse.
Bellinelli, another assist, another steal for Covington, and what's Ben Simmons going to do now?
Coming in, second on the team in scoring, averaging around 14 a game. Ben
Simmons. And you're all over Russell, but you've got to be able to rotate out of there once Russell gets rid of the ball.
Ben Simmons for Mason Plumlee, who has since moved on to the Denver Nuggets. That's great passing there by the Sixers. Sitting defensively, and here come the Sixers.
Hands by J.J. will break up Allen.
A gorgeous move, and Simmons got it done. Sixers could use an easy hoop. Simmons fouled en route to the Sixers. Trying to get all the way to the cup. Ben Simmons, he did so, and the forwards. Sixers looking for their first lead since the tail end of the first quarter. Mom with a house, I know you've seen it, right?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Pretty cool.
That's their 7th, only 4 for the Sixers. Embiid for 3.
3 from deep. Simmons from 16 spins it in.
Got a dozen. Tipped home by Simmons.
Multiple switches, similar sizes.
Yep.
Active body. Ooh.
Simmons the swipe, tracked by Russell. From Allen and Embiid on guard. Simmons the swipe. Ben Simmons for Covington, lays it home.
It's over.
Simmons attracted the attention of Tolliver, who lays it in. Well, Amir Johnson. Ben is third on the team in scoring. Of course, he is terrific in the open floor. He immediately
Shirt by Jackson on TJ right in front of the ref. Nothing.
Gorgeous. And oh, by the way, the Sixers continue their high efficiency out of timeouts. That time, Simmons.
He's got everything you want. He's 6'5", he's 265, he's strong as Ben.
And I don't know what that interpretation is. I understand that if the shot comes late.
Jojo in the lineup.
Covington for three. Yes.
Ellison can't stay with him.
That would be Ben Simmons. Got it. Those active hands.
And that's what happens here. You take the risk when you're a big guy putting it down on the floor.
Simmons getting it done, and you know what? He played through.
And here's Simmons, who's turned into a good post-up player.
Australia, that's where Simmons was born, so he's got the genetics.
Lee has to chase Redick now. Embiid stays out on the perimeter. The veterans, although he's a veteran, but he's still so young. Sarge running the floor.
They play a game and win or lose, they move on. He said, but that's not me. As Simmons,
Oh, you might.
Simmons can't get it to go. Embiid tips it out. Simmons back to Sarge. Sets for a three-pointer. That's good.
Been a good rest. There he is underneath.
Embiid to Simmons. Knicks doubled. Hardaway had turned the ball over at prior possession. Simmons coast to coast.
Simmons looking to take over now.
Loves the open floor. Covington steps into a three-pointer. That's good. Simmons to Sarge. Spots up for three.
What do they take?
Simmons back for Covington. Steps into three. It's good.
Big man.
Exactly. Hey, you want to rebound and run? Give me the ball back. Ooh.
Simmons pinning Andrew Wiggins and finally getting
Two finishes with the left hand. Sixers hurry it right back up the floor. They'll cut it.
Smarts. Simmons, that's a great look. Ben Simmons nailed down a playoff spot. The Sixers a bit closer. All they need to happen tonight. Embiid, nice look for Simmons, who delivers two. He strips Towns. Simmons, Embiid for three. Yes. Who could be, maybe even should be on most teams a starter, as Simmons goes here in the third. Simmons, great look.
That's what I imagine.
Simmons, his own miss. Needs 2 points for the triple-double. Gabrielle said, yeah, you're keeping the house. It's beautifully done by Simmons on offensive rebound.
Just a little stat that would be noteworthy. 5 of 7 the Miami Heat are him. And he's athletic, huh?
This guy, you mean? Simmons? Shooter.
Yeah. Who's got shooter?
Bellinelli, his first
The roll is Goran Dragic.
Simmons, the lob for home. Sixer run here to get it to single digits would be helpful. Sixers have begun a little bit of a push here as Simmons escaped. You can count it at a foul. Simmons, the setup of Amir Johnson. Got it.
What are the legs like for this Heat, having played in Toronto yesterday and lost?
The lob for Simmons. He got free of Winslow. Took it away from Simmons, and Simmons took it right back.
Defense without fouling, that's not an easy thing to do. Lee took a wild shot. Don't bail him out.
This year, numbers show it. And Simmons, you can count it. So all bench save this guy, Ben Simmons, who goes in and slams for two. Simmons. Nicely done by Ben. Thank you very much, streamers. We love you, one and all. Ben Simmons, the second it back, no fresh shot clock. Simmons, what a look for Rashawn Holmes.
Here's Irsan starting that last exchange to Ben, and
hoping for an official announcement soon as Simmons breaking away. Simmons, great look, and that'll be the triple-double for Simmons behind the back to Bellinelli, got it off and in.